see a squad from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Yellow Jackets will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Slips through the line. He'll go out of bounds at the 39. Good return, and the offense could certainly do a lot worse than this for starting field position. The Gators' offense will come out first. And what a performance. An aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this. Do the last time he took the field.
Scanning the field, it's Nolan. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Looking for room, it's Daniels. Finds his way for a couple, but stopped short of the marker. It's 4th and 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play. And
oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Gators want to pick up the tempo.
How about that call? You're right around midfield, 4th down on your opening drive, so you run the football and you put your trust and confidence in your offensive line up front to get it done and keep your offense on the field. That is impressive.
And the Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Rides the back on the option, the give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got it behind the line. It's Smith. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22. The Gators are flying down the field.
You knew coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Handoff from the gun. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Nolan. He's got the tight end. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Motion from the back. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Daniels. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Gator!
man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. The Yellow Jackets offense will try to get something going with their first possession. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
They think they can create space here with a run to the right.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Finds his man. It's Alexander. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. No fair catches here, looking for room. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll give it to the back. Got the first down and still on his feet. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great.
Turning it on! And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Florida!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Lost the fire on second down. Tackled there by the defense.
Need to do a better job as a defender tackling the catch. On the curl route, he had a chance to break on the ball, get the receiver down, couldn't do it, and as a result, they give up an explosive play.
They'll run the sneak for it. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him short. He does not pick up the first down. The Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Gators will hustle to the line.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run.
By the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
A strike downfield. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period, first down here. From the gun, the running back has it. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Guys, let's chat about Florida. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. He plays so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. To the air, it's Nolan. Got his man on the right. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. Every team needs those big dudes up front. And D-lineman, David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
Looking to throw on third. Caught near the sticks. It's Wilson. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. The Gators want to move quickly. Off the play fake on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. Touchdown, Gator! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
On the move from inside his 5. He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off the play fake. Caught behind the line. It's Alexander. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. He wants to throw it again. catch in the middle. It's Johnson. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. Takes it on the return. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got him backed up. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, running back on the move. Finds his way ahead for 6 and a little breathing room to the 17. And the Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll run play action. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. They bring the punter onto the field now.
Number 91, on to punt it away.
Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. A fair catch is called for. It'll give them great field position. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Second down, he'll throw it. Here comes the heat. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Georgia Tech, 7.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for the big return there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 28. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. To the air. It's Nolan. He lets it fly. Pulls in the deep ball. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking to throw on first down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. The play action fake. He fires one deep over the middle. Fires and picked off. Got room on the return. Return takes it inside the 30, down to the 28 as the defense has him setting up shop from there.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The Yellow Jackets in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Bring in the heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But that great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wants to throw. It's Nolan. Pressure coming. Spins away from the defense. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? The Gators want to crank the tempo. Wants to throw on first down. Using the quick game. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Moving out of the pocket. Looking to the end zone. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Gets the back moving. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. To the air on first down. Here's a heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The hurry up now. 2nd down, clock ticking. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He's going to run it. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Throws to the tight end. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Complete to the left. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to our guys and all those chomping hands there in the swamp.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Gators will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think...
There he goes! Oh, he got loose! And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And, man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect it.
And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
This offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep them clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
He'll field the punt and look for room. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. give to the running back. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
And the Gators racing to the line in a hurry-up. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He uncorks one deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Back to throw, it's Nolan. Got him downfield. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
Grab behind the line. It's Smith.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't.
Breaks into the open. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the back. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside defense.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. That's the last thing this defense needed, a penalty to keep the drive moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Got it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Florida! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Jacksonville State sure is making it look easy today. What a spectacular performance on the offensive side of the ball. They're up by 27 over Louisiana Tech. Two fan bases with very different emotions in CUSA as we send it back to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He breaks a tackle. Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Turning on the Jets. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The Yellow Jackets are in the hurry-up.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
So now it's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Caught close to the marker, it's Johnson. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening as they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on 1st down. We've reached a break. It's Florida with the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to...
A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over. They'll run it from the gun. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. He got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Looking to fire. Got the quick pass. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Motion from the wideout. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Yellow Jackets with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Trying play action. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
The Yellow Jackets moving quickly to the line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the catch. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Looking to throw again. Grab near the marker. It's Marshall. And they will score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. The defense made a play with that. Looking downfield, it's Nolan. He's going for it all. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. The defender was right there. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give as they work on that clock. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. He'll pull it on the read. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Georgia Tech.
They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. It's on target and complete. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Dead center perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Out of bounds at the 18, and that is just what they needed to get it away from their own end zone. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And the Yellow Jackets headed quickly to the line.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And a sack all the way back at the 5. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Back to throw, it's Nolan. Here's the pressure. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Looking for the goal line. They got him the football, but he could not convert. It'll be 4th down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. So on 4th and goal, already with the lead, but they'll try to salt this thing away with a touchdown. Pushes ahead. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. The Yellow Jackets are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Find some fresh air.
Returner is tackled down.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Looking to throw, it's Nolan. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Gators decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Going right to work up top. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late.
No gain on the play. It's third down.
Lining up to convert third down. He's looking downfield to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
Fires to the right. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Gator! And the pummeling has started. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking to throw on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And the pass is dropped and incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock is struck 0, and the ball game is over. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.